Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy D's Media. Gonna wait on some people to join. Yo, it's your boy D's Media. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, man, today we're gonna talk about Bronny James. I'll let a couple people join real quick. But yeah, man, today we're gonna talk about Bronny James. For those that don't know, tomorrow is the NBA draft. It's a 2-day process. This year they doing it different. The last 30, 50 years it's just been a 1-day process. But today they gonna do a first round and a second round day. But what round y'all think Bronny gonna go? Now, remind y'all, he only worked out for two teams. He only worked out for the Lakers and for the Suns. The Lakers hold the 17th pick, and I think the Suns got like the 20-something pick. I think the 22nd or something like that. What team y'all think? Yeah, he going to, and do y'all think he going first or second round? I think he going to the Lakers with the 17th pick. I think he going to the Lakers tomorrow. Well, I'm just saying. I think he going to the Lakers. I think Bron trying to use that as leverage. That's why he ain't re-signed his deal. You know, he trying to use that as leverage so he can get his son signed. That's what I personally think. But I think Bronny going to the Lakers. What y'all think? I think he going to the Lakers with the 17th pick tomorrow. What y'all think? Where wrong y'all think Bronny James going in, and what team y'all think he going to? I think he going in the first round, the 17th pick to the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers gonna use that as a plea bargain. I mean, as a bargain to get LeBron to re-sign. Even though I know Bron wasn't going nowhere anyway, but the fact that he using that as leverage so his son could come to LA. Like Bronny is going to LA with the first round with the 17th pick. Y'all watch what I tell y'all. Bronny might be getting a 3-year contract. Yeah. And his agent, Rich Paul, already said he not doing no two-way contract and playing in the G League. So when they sign him, he going to be on the active roster. Even though they can still send him to the G League if they choose to, but he's not signing a two-way contract. But I personally think that Bronny is going to the Lakers with the 17th pick tomorrow. I think that LeBron James lined it up perfectly. He chose to wait to re-sign with the Lakers, even though he got to wait to after he can't officially sign to July 1st anyway. But he holding out, man, so that they could sign Bronny. If it wasn't for that, Bronny wouldn't be first round. If it wasn't for LeBron James being a free agent, Bronny wouldn't be no first round pick this year, and that's real. The Lakers already gave LeBron his coach, which was J.J. Redick. He been wanting J.J. Redick. Okay, they about to give him his son, and Brian gonna resign. Watch what I tell y'all. He using that as leverage so he can get his son signed. Because if it wasn't for LeBron James being a free agent, Bronny would not be going first round. Think about it. And I still don't think that that's the piece that LA is missing to put them over the top. Like I still don't think that they can beat the Nuggets with Bronny. I still don't think that they can beat the Thunder, the Timberwolves, like all them teams in the West, the Clippers, the Mavs. Even if LA draft Bronny or the Suns draft him, that's not gonna take them over the top. That move, I get it for marketing purposes and them being in LA and Bron and his son finally being able to play together. I get that it'll sell and make money, but Bronny Bronny going to the Lakers is not gonna help them win. I'm sorry. It's not gonna take them over the top and help them win. It's gonna be a good marketing Oh, we in LA and we got Bronny and we got the dad. So of course it's gonna sell. Yeah, it's gonna sell. They're gonna sell out every game. Yeah, everybody gonna love to see LeBron James and his son. Monk say second round. Nah, if LA Lakers want LeBron James to re-sign, they gonna sign him with that 17th pick. They gonna pick him with that 17th pick. I'm telling you, they still don't have LeBron James under contract. They gave him his coach, and they gonna get him his son. Trying to tell you, watch what I tell y'all. They about to draft. They about to draft Bronny. I feel like the Lakers is. Y'all let me know. We got one person say he going second round. Y'all let me know where y'all think Bronny James going. What team he going to? What round? I think he going first round to the Lakers. I don't think he going. I don't think he going to the Suns. And I don't think. And then another thing too is like I don't really think right now he ready to be on the NBA floor, to be honest with you. I don't really think he could play no 20 22 minutes right now in the NBA, Bronny. I just don't think so. Shout out to the Celtics for winning their 18th championship. But yeah, man, I don't think Bronny ready to contribute to an NBA team this year. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I feel like whether he go first or second round, I don't feel like he ready to play no 20 25 minutes in the NBA right now. He barely played 20 minutes at USC. Then he undersized. He's 6'1", trying to try a 6'1" combo guard, so they're gonna have to put him at point guard. You know, so think about that. He gonna be checking the Kyrie Irving, the Steph Currys, the Trey Youngs, the Ja Morants. Like, come on, man. The Anthony Edwards. He ain't ready to check them dudes yet. I would think he could check D'Angelo Russell. I think he should have went back to college, man. But at the end of the day, he gonna get way more experience being in the NBA than he will ever get being in college. So I get that purpose, but I don't feel like what his rush was to hurry up and join the NBA. Like I don't get that part. You already a millionaire. Like you don't need the money. Your NIL, you making $6 7 million a year, man. Develop your skill set. But these dudes in a rush to get to the NBA, and you got 2 to 3 years to figure out your niche in the NBA, and after that, it's over with. How many first round picks we done seen come in the NBA, and 2 3 years from now they getting traded and all of that? Come on, man. You only got 2 3 years in the NBA to figure out what your niche is, what you can contribute and bring to a team. After that, bro, you gone. Look at all these first round picks that 2 3 years you don't even know where they at no more. That's because they got a whole nother wave coming in. Bronny could have waited, man. Even though, from an agent standpoint, this draft class was way weaker than the draft class that's coming up this year. So, potential wise, if I'm an agent, I probably would have wanted him to join this draft class than next year. And I think another thing, I think Rich Paul know that he guaranteed to go to the Lakers. That's why he told him to stay in the draft. That's just my personal opinion. But I don't feel like Bronny this year is gonna make an impact for the Lakers. I just don't feel like he is. Um, I feel like he can be a role guy. I feel like maybe 4 to 5 years from now, after he develop a consistent jump shot, he get the NBA pace. Because those minutes is long, man. You got to think. That's a 48-minute game. You get what I'm saying? So he got to get his win together. All of that. But I think Bronny, I think 4 or 5 years from now, man, I think he's gonna be a good, decent role player. I think that the most he gonna probably average in his career high maybe 15 points, but I don't think Bronny is gonna be no 25 to 30 point. I just don't think that. I think that he's gonna be an all around contributor. I think that he's gonna contribute on the defense, rebounds, assists, points, spot up shooting, coming off pick and rolls. So I feel like his game and his potential is through the roof. One thing you can't teach is his IQ and his athleticism. Bronny set the record at the Columbine this year. He was had like the third or fourth highest vertical. So that's one thing that you can't teach. You can't teach him being able to jump out the roof. You can't teach his basketball IQ. All you got to do is just really get him in shape and condition to be able to run in the NBA. And I think Bronny gonna succeed. I just don't think that he's gonna be no all NBA, no all of that. I think he's gonna be an all defensive team. In my opinion, I think he's gonna be a great role player. I think he's still gonna make hundreds of $1 million in the NBA. I just don't think that he's gonna be no LeBron James averaging no 30 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. I just don't think he's gonna have that type of impact in the NBA. Now Bryce is different. I think Bryce got potential to when he gets to the NBA to be averaging 25, 30 points. You got to think, Bryce already 6'7", 6'6" in the what? 12th grade, 11th, 12th grade, so he still got room to grow. I feel like he gonna have Bron height. If anybody, I don't feel like Bronny gonna have LeBron height. I feel like Bryce is. So Bryce already 6'6", 6'7", and he still got room to grow. Bryce might be 6'9", 6'10". You know what I'm saying? He already got the guard skills, can shoot, can do everything. He already living with one of the GOATs. So his nutrition is right, his chef is right, his workouts is right. Bryce and Bronny already been training to be a professional athlete their whole life. They've been staying with Bron. They see what he eat. They see how hard he train. They see what he go through. They see all of that. I feel like Bryce got a chance to be the #1 pick when it's his turn to come out. Because I feel like Bryce, when it's all said and done, going to be about 6'9", 6'10". He already 6'6", 6'7", in 11th, what do you want, like 11th grade, something like that. I feel like Bryce going to really be the one. I feel like everybody was talking about Bronny, rightfully so, because he's the oldest. But I think Bryce got more potential to be way better than Bronny in the NBA. To be honest with you, just think about that. Bryce is already 6'6", 6'7", 16 years old. Bron is like, what, 6'8", 6'9"? Think about when Bron was 11th, 12th grade. He was Bryce height, 6'6". He got a chance to be 6'9", man. I feel like Bryce really got potential, man, to really do something, man. For sure he do. For sure. You right about that, too. Melo's son, too. Cayenne, man, with Melo done turned that man over the last couple summers, Cayenne, man, definitely going to be a top 10 pick when he definitely get to the NBA. I like what Melo is doing with him. Melo taking the slow approach with him. He ain't in a rush to get his son to the league. You could tell that Melo's son going to college for maybe a couple years. But I like what Melo doing to his son. I feel like Cayenne is a three-way scorer. He got the mid-range. He got the ability to drive. He got the three-point. He got the free throws. He's an all-around bucket. I just hope and pray that, he starts to develop a defensive skills, because at the end of the day, that was one of Carmelo Anthony's downfall. He'd give you 30 points, but the person who he checking to give him 30, 40 points. You get what I'm saying? So I just hope Cayenne just develop a defensive skills too, because, he is already at 6'3", 6'4", so he got potential to end up at 6'6", 6'8". So, with that length and stuff, man, I just pray that, he get his defense together, because Melo's son got definitely potential to definitely be a top 10 pick when it's all said and done. I think Bryce is a little bit more ahead of him, just because Bryce shown his defensive skills. And like I say, man, that's what sells in the NBA now, the 3-and-D. You know what I'm saying? The Paul George, the Kawhi Leonards, the Giannis, the LeBron James, that can be an offensive, that can be a distributor, and can play defense. Those is the wings that's making all the money right now. You get what I'm saying? The Jimmy Butlers, that's how they can make so much money, because that's how OG Anatomy about to make so much money this offseason, because the wing players that can play offense and play defense, that's what all the NBA teams is wanting. You get what I'm saying? It used to be the athletic, tall point guards, but now they want a 3-and-D wing. They want the players like Paul George, OG Anatomy, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, Jimmy Butler. They want those type of players. You get what I'm saying? Jaden McDaniels. They want those type of players. The Jason Tatums, the Jalen Browns. They want those type of players. The wings that could play D and 6'7", 6'8". Those is what's going hot in the NBA right now. It used to be the athletic point guards, the D Rose, the Westbrooks, all of that. No, now in the NBA draft, you're starting to see a lot of wing players are starting to get drafted more. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what the NBA is looking for now. They're looking for those type of players with 3 and D. You get what I'm saying? 6'8", 6'9", can shoot, can pass a little bit, can dribble, and can play defense. That's what the NBA is looking for right now. Because it's not the big mans no more, because the big man is done. They ain't looking for big mans no more unless you a Wembyamba or a once in a generation talent. They ain't looking for big mans like that no more. They looking for wingman. That's what's popping in the NBA right now. That's how Boston was able to win the championship, because they had so many different type of wing players and different wing defenders. You get what I'm saying? Tatum, all right at defense. Brown showed that he could play defense. Drew Holiday good on defense. Derek White good on defense. Sam Hauser was a okay defender. All of those is wing players that could defend. That's how Boston was able to win, because they was able to outmatch people. Okay, we let Luka do his thing, but they locked Kyrie up, because Kyrie had to go against White. He had to go against Holiday, and he had to go against Brown and Tatum. Those is 4 different defenders he had to go up against. But yeah, man, Melo's son is the truth, man. But I just pray that he started to develop a defensive game, because he got it on offense. Melo's son is a 3-way scorer already, you know. But I feel like that was Melo knock, because a lot of people say he didn't care on the defensive end, you know. And like I said, in the NBA, man, you starting to see now, man, players is getting on the court quicker playing defense than being able to score a bucket. Because when you get on the NBA on the court, you already got their main scorers that's making 30, 40 million a year. Now if you could get on the court playing defense. Look at Paul George. He started off as a defender. They had Danny Granger. They didn't need him to score. Look at Kawhi Leonard. He started off as a defense. They had Tony Parker, Ginobili, Duncan, all of that. Look at Drew Holiday. He came in the league. They needed him for defense. You get what I'm saying? Look at all these players. Look at Jimmy Butler. When Jimmy Butler came to the Bulls, they had Luol Deng, they had Derrick Rose, they had Joakim Noah. They had all of that. They needed him for defense. You get what I'm saying? You got a quicker chance to get on the NBA floor playing defense, and you can let the offense come to you. You get what I'm saying? They know your offense is going to take time, but they ready for defensive players right now. That's why Bronny got a good chance to get on the NBA floor this year, because of his defensive potentials. Okay, we can work on your offensive game, but if you could be a good defender, hey man, you can see the flow right now. You can see the flow right now. Yeah, you're right. That's why Melo never won a championship, because he was all about buckets. Melo will score 30 points, but then he'll watch his defender get 30, 40 points. That ain't no good. That man Drew Holiday just signed for $140 million. I think before the playoffs started or something like that. $140 million, and Drew Holiday is mainly known for what? Defense. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of players think that you're going to get on the NBA floor because you can score 30, 40 points. Or anybody can score 30, 40 points on 15, 20 shots. Anybody can do that. You get what I'm saying? But everybody can't lock up the best offensive player on the other team. That's why Boston is in position to really win next year, because they got so many perimeter defenders. So many perimeter defenders. And that's what you need in this game to this game in the NBA is going today. You need wing defenders. You need wing players offensively, and you need wing players defensively. I'm trying to tell you. It's not about the big mans no more. It's not about the athletic or the 6'7", 6'8" point guards no more. That ain't it no more. That's not it. Trying to tell you. You seen Luka 6'8", 6'7" point guard, and you see that didn't get him nowhere. He needed more. He needed more defenders than anything. They had the offensive power. They didn't have no defenders. They didn't have no wing players. They didn't have nobody to stop Brown, Tatum, Derek White. Drew Holiday had a good game when he went off for 30. Come on, man. You ain't got no wing defenders, man, and no good wing players, man. You ain't got nothing coming for you in the NBA. You ain't got nothing coming for you. You ain't got nothing coming for you. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, man, the NBA draft is going to be held tomorrow. It's a 2-day event, the first event ever. The first round will be held on Wednesday. The second round will be held on Thursday. What round do y'all think that Bronny going in? Y'all think he going first round or second round? And also take in consideration, he only worked out for 2 teams, which was the Phoenix Suns and the Lakers. The Lakers hold the 17th pick, and the Suns hold, I believe, the 22nd pick. But I believe that he going to L.A. I'm going to be honest with you. And then my birthday yesterday was it was popping, man. I got toe up. I couldn't even find my shirt. You see, I had to find my shirt I had on yesterday morning. But yeah, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody for celebrating my birthday yesterday. Somebody said second round to the Lakers. Nah, I think that'll make LeBron mad. You got to think LeBron is still a free agent. He haven't re-signed with him. They can't piss LeBron off right now. You know, they just gave him his coach JJ Redick, which I feel like LeBron James and JJ Redick set up that podcast to show that JJ Redick knew about the NBA and his knowledge of the game. That's why I feel like they set up that podcast, LeBron and JJ Redick. I feel like LeBron wanted to show JJ Redick basketball knowledge, and he just wanted to show that he really know about the game. So the Lakers gave LeBron what he wanted. They gave him his coach. It's not no suspicion that LeBron James and JJ Redick started no podcast. It's not no coincidence. Everything LeBron do is strategic. He wanted JJ Redick to be his coach, and he wanted his son to play with him. And that's what the Lakers is going to give him, even though it's not going to help him. Look, Bronny going to the Lakers first or second round is not going to help them win this year. They're still not going to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves that's coming back young and healthy. The Thunder just got Alex Caruso. That's about to help them crazy. You still got the Nuggets that's going to come back healthier than ever. You know, you still got the Phoenix Suns. You know, you still got the Clippers, you know, minus what Paul George going to do because he said he walking away. But you still got so many teams in the West that's just like the Lakers is still not in my top 3. Then don't forget about the Grizzlies. You're going to have a healthy John Morant. You know, they going to make the playoffs. So you got to count that spot. I think, man, I'll be honest with you. I feel like the Lakers, at best, they might be 5th or 6th seed, or they going to be in the play-in again. But I don't see the Lakers doing nothing. What moves did they really make? Okay, for starters, I would get rid of D'Angelo Russell. And I wouldn't pay him no $17, $18 million. If I was y'all, I'd scrap him. So if y'all go try to find a role player, maybe that might help y'all out. But AD, I don't put my trust in him. LeBron James is getting older and older. Every little small injury is going to require him to be out a little bit longer just because he's not going to heal how he was when he was younger. When LeBron James have a calf muscle or, a calf muscle, he pull a hamstring or something, it's going to take LeBron James 3 to 4 weeks to get back versus when he was younger, it might take a week or so. So when LeBron James get hurt and he be out for a month and a half or so, it messes the Lakers up. And Anthony Davis is injury prone. So he's not trustworthy. So you got a guy that's getting older, that's granted still good, because I never take that from LeBron. And then you got Anthony Davis that's, when he's available, he's a star, but It's no guarantee he's going to even give you 65 games this year. So how can LA feel like drafting Bronny is going to take them over the next level? It's not going to do nothing but help y'all sell jerseys and make money. That's it. That's all that's going to be is a PR marketing stunt. Y'all going to sell jerseys. Y'all going to sell out every arena, going to be sold out, on the road, all of that. You know, it's about to be like a rock star team, but that's not going to help y'all win. I still don't think that they can beat the Thunder, and I still don't think that they can beat the Denver Nuggets. I still don't think that. I think the Denver Nuggets right now are run them in the best of 7. Philly needs to sign a wing to help out them with Embiid and Maxey. You're right. I feel like if the 76ers go get Paul George, that would be a good move, right? But then again, you going to bet your bread on Embiid, a guy that ain't never played 65 games or 70 games a season, and he been in the league about 8 to 10 years now. Embiid ain't never played 70 games. So even if you go out and you go get a Paul George or Jimmy Butler or somebody like that, you can't still bank on Embiid being healthy. You can't. But Embiid, when he was healthy last year, he was front runner for MVP before he got injured. But even if the 76ers go get Paul George this summer, who's going to bet their bread that Embiid is going to stay healthy the whole year? I wouldn't. I wouldn't bet that money. So it's like at the end of the day, it's going to be a wasted move, you know? Even if you go get Paul George, I'm going to say it again, a Paul George or Jimmy Butler, because you're right, Philly do need a wing. Tobias Harris ain't cutting it. They do need a wing. But at the end of the day, it's saying Embiid never played more than 60 games in the season. You get what I'm saying? So why go spend $212 million? Because that's what Paul George is asking for. He wants a 4-year max. You know, that's why he leaving the Clippers, because they only want to give him a 3-year. So y'all got to pay him 4 years, $212 million, and it's no guarantee that Embiid gonna even play 60 games. And then Paul George is injury prone. Why do you think the Clippers willing to get rid of him? You think they would just get rid of him if they knew that they can count on Paul George being healthy? Why would they invest? They already got $150 million tied into Kawhi that only played 2 playoff games this year, so they stuck with him. And then we're gonna invest another 4 years into Paul George, that another guy that can't play 60 games a year. So it's like, I don't think that move is smart for Philly for that investment. Because until y'all get Joel Embiid healthy and right, it don't matter what moves y'all made. Okay, Tyrese Maxey, he showed y'all that he's a certified wingman. He's a certified Robin. And at some games and some nights, he could be a Batman. So if they get a Paul George with a healthy Embiid, yeah, they can get Boston a run in the East. They can. They can get Boston a run in the East. But then again, Embiid, whether it's his foot, his toe, his back, his eye, his finger, his shoulder, it's something every year with Embiid. Every year. Every year is something with Embiid. But when Embiid play, he is the best big man in the league. I gotta give it to him. If Embiid played 82 games, he would be all NBA center. He'd be the best big man. Jokic too. I got to give Jokic his credit, but if Embiid could play 82 games, I would take Embiid over Jokic, because what Embiid bring to the game, you just can't teach. Yeah, Philly cooked. Minnesota on top. Yeah, Minnesota, they ready. Ant-Man only 22. Yeah, but let me tell you the one thing that Ant-Man messing up with. Ant-Man is in his prime, and Ant-Man got a lot of potential ahead of him, but I feel like Ant-Man got to keep working. You get what I'm saying? I feel like he got to get a little bit better on the defensive end, because a lot of times in the series, he was gassed and winded. You get what I'm saying? When he was checking Kyrie, it was times when they called timeout, man, he was holding his knees at half court. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like he got it on the offensive side, but he got to do a little bit more better on the defensive end. You get what I'm saying? And another thing, Minnesota going to have to get rid of Goldberg. That's not gonna work. Him and Cat. I'd rather take my chances with Cat being at the center than having him and Cat. That's not gonna work because at times everybody in the NBA realize this. All you got to do is a pick and roll switch and get Gobert out there. You see how Luka hit that game winning shot on Gobert. All they did was pick and roll and brought him right out. So I feel like Minnesota is headed in the right direction, but I feel like Ant-Man got to get better on defense. I feel like McDaniels gotta be that third scorer some nights, so he gotta get better. I feel like Cat gotta be a little bit more consistent. You know, it's nights where he want to shoot 7, 8 threes when he's 7 foot and almost 300 something pounds. So I feel like Cat got to get in that paint a little bit more. But I feel like Minnesota is headed upwards. But they got to get rid of Gobert. They got to get rid of Rudy Gobert. They got to. He cost them that, man. He cost them that. Gobert, wonderful. Sits in the paint. You're right. They got to get rid of him. But also, too, another team that people are sleeping on. Don't forget about the Bucks. The Bucks come back healthy. They got Dame Lillard, Giannis, and Chris Middleton. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, well, we can't sleep on the Bucks now. The Bucks got a good chance to come out in the East now. I feel like the Bucks, if the Bucks is healthy, I feel like the Bucks got the best chance to go against Boston. Honestly, with you, because I just don't trust Embiid in Philly. I just don't. You know, I don't really see nobody else in the East. I feel like in the East is Boston, Bucks, Philly, and maybe no. I'll put the Pacers over Philly. Honestly, with you. Oh, I forgot about the Knicks. I apologize. I'll say Boston, Bucks, Knicks, Philly. That's what I'll say. I forgot about the Knicks. Because the Knicks, if they get if they re-sign OG and they bring back a healthy Julius Randle, I would have liked to see, the Knicks' chances next year. Yep. Stun Inc. said Boston Knicks. Yep. Boston Knicks Bucks. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I would have to agree with that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I feel like, man, this wave of the older generation, the LeBron, Steph Curry, Paul George, James Harden, Kawhi, Giannis, all the top 15 players, I feel like their generation is about to be over. I feel like, man, it's about to be the Ant-Man, the John Morant, it's about to be the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, the Luka. It's about to be the Halbert. It's about to be the young dudes now. I feel like the older guys, man, they over with. I forgot about Shea. I forgot about Chet. So these young teams ain't playing with you right now. They not playing. Man. They not playing. Pay attention to how that super team junk didn't work this year. It didn't work. The 4 teams that was in the finals was Boston, Pacers, Mavs, Minnesota. All young teams. Anybody that had a big 3 this year or a super team, it didn't work. That junk is done with. It's over with. That trying to have 3 superstars to win, that's over with. That's done. That wave in the NBA is over with. These young dudes is running up and down the court all day long. Shout out to Draymond Green too. I forgot about him. He a young dude on the rise too. These young dudes is running these old heads out of the gym. They more athletic than them. They got more energy than them. And I feel like they don't got nothing to lose right now. I feel like the Thunder and Minnesota and a lot of these young teams had no expectations this year, so they was like a dog eat dog versus the Lakers, the Suns, Boston, the Clippers, the Grizzlies, the Warriors, who got the pressure that you got to make the playoffs or make it to the finals. So you got the young teams that didn't have no type of pressure. Didn't nobody expect the Pacers to make it that far? The Knicks. Did nobody expect the Mavs, Minnesota, the Thunder? None of that. When nobody talk about those teams last summer before the season started, it was about the big three and the Suns. It was about LeBron. It was about the Clippers. It was about John Morant and his issues going on. It was about Boston, of course. So when nobody thinking about the Thunder, Minnesota, the Pacers, the Mavs, none of that. None of that. It's a new era in the NBA. That super team, that big three, that trying to go over the luxury tax, because you a rich billionaire owner, that junk is done. Okay, look. Look what Kevin Durant, how he tore up the Phoenix Suns, right? They made the move to get him. They got rid of all of those young talent. Then they tried to get Bradley Beal. They got rid of the last young talent. They got farther last year in the playoffs without Bradley Beal when they had Cam Johnson. They had some more young dudes to go with Booker and KD. But no, what did they try to do? Oh, let's trade the last of our young guys to go get Bradley Beal, who haven't even been healthy the last 3 or 4 years. Now you got three scorers on the team. You got Booker that need 20 shots a game. You got KD that's going to get his 20 shots a game. And then you got Bradley Beal that need his 15, 20 shots a game. And you got your Nurkic. How did they think that was going to work? You needed the role players like the Cameron Johnson, the Dory Finney-Smith. You get what I'm saying? You needed those role players. You get what I'm saying? That's what the NBA is starting to pick up and realize. Why do you think they don't want to pay the Paul George, the Klay Thompsons, and all of that no more? Because it's like, hold on, dog. Hold on, why I'm about to pay you $30 million a year, and I just seen Derek White and Drew Holiday lock up one of the best players in the, like, you get what I'm saying? Or like James Harden making 30, 40 million a year and ain't never made it out the second or third rounds. Man, these NBA teams is catching on to that. That's why tomorrow in the draft, watch how many European players and watch how many wings go in tomorrow's draft. Watch how many European players go tomorrow and watch how many wing players go in the draft over the next few days. The NBA has changed, man. It's changed, man. It's all about the new era is going young. It's going young. Maxey had 3 50-point games this year. Yeah, Maxey on his way. But Embiid ain't going to stay healthy. Embiid ain't going to stay healthy to give them these old heads, man, when the KD, Brown, and LeBron go. Yeah. Who y'all think going to be the face of the league when LeBron, Curry, Giannis, and all of them retire? Who y'all think going to be the face of the league? Because a lot of people keep saying Ant-Man going to be the face of the league. Like, y'all forgot John Morant just wasn't healthy and had to sit out because of those legal issues. Man, John Morant still that deal. You get what I'm saying? Don't sleep on John Morant still. You get what I'm saying? Don't sleep on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They could be the face. Well, Luka be the face of the NBA too. Who y'all feel like the face? Somebody said Luka. Somebody said Zach Edey. Somebody said Ant or Shea. I do sleep on Shea. It's a Ja got off the field issues. Yeah, I mean off the court issues. Yeah, you right about that. He do, but he still is the face of the NBA. And believe it or not, when he's healthy and he's playing, Memphis Grizzlies is definitely a contender and makes the playoffs. Every year that he's been there, other than his first year or two, they'd have made the playoffs and been the top 3 or 4 seed. So y'all got to give him that credit. And they still got Desmond Bane. They still got Jackson. They still got bringing back Steven Adams. They got Marcus Smart. So, and with a healthy John Morant too, you never know, man. They got a chance. John, it feels it's all around Luka. Yeah, Luka. Yeah, maybe the face of it, better midi game or better shot. Yeah, you right about that. And I feel like Ant I feel like got it on the offensively, but I feel like defensively he got to do better, man. I feel like after you right about that. He said Ant-Man saved Adidas after Kanye. Yeah, you right about that. He definitely did. But I feel like Ant-Man got to do better on defense because when he was trying to guard Kyrie Irving, you seen it through the whole series. He was gassed. Like, he was gassed. Like, you know how much it take to be able to score 30 points and still be able to play defense, to be offense and defense. That's why players like Giannis is like it's like once in a generation. Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard when he's healthy. Like, that's why Rudy Gay in his prime, like LeBron when he was younger. Like, that's why those type of players is they breaking the market in the NBA. The OGs anatomy. I know y'all like why I keep saying that because he's about to break the bank this offseason because he's a 3-and-D player. That's what the NBA is looking for. You get what I'm saying? That's what the NBA is looking for. They need a player that can score 30 points and can lock up the best player. I get it. It a gas you, because think about how tired Paul George and Jimmy Butler be having to score 30 points and then having to check the best player on defense. I get it why they could be gassed, but that would make players different. That's why Giannis is who he is, because Giannis will give you 30, give you 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Like, that means he's all over the court. And a lot of people say, oh, Giannis can't shoot a three-pointer, but Giannis can do everything else on the court. He can make everybody around him better. I get it, he can't shoot threes, but he can lock up the best defender. You know, he's guaranteed to give you 30 and 10. You know, he's not gonna quit on the play. Like, so I like a lot of players like you starting to see is making that bag because they got defensive skills. Look at Jaden McDaniel. Jaden McDaniel just got $135 million over 5 years last year. And what did he do for the Minnesota Timberwolves in the playoffs? He was a three-point shooter and a lockdown defender. And he just made $135 million. Of course, he's 6'9" and he's 6'10", and he locked up KD and he helped play D on Luka and all of that. So, but the point that I'm making is that those is the players that the NBA is starting to look for. They noticing that those is the players that's making a difference. It's not about the athletic guards or the big man that you can throw into, and it's not about that no more. You get what I'm saying? Because if you pay attention now, every center right now is dang near shooting threes. So it's like anybody can shoot a three. You get what I'm saying? Now, of course, if you get a Wembanyama coming in the draft, of course you draft him. You know, a 7-7 can do all of that, of course, but that's not going to be in every year draft. Nas Reed too. Nas Reed, he played a big part in the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they so lucky that they re-signed him before the playoffs. Because if they would have re-signed him after the playoffs, he would have probably got between $16 to $20 million a year. Because he showed up this playoffs. They so lucky that they signed Nas Reed before the playoffs started, because if they wouldn't have, they would have had to play him probably close to $20 million how he performed. Because it were games that they said Karl Anthony Towns on the bench and was running with him. And it was times they said Rudy on the bench and was going with Nas. You know what I'm saying? And I give it to him, man. You know, he came a long way, man. I'd never expected he would have made that type of impact on the team. It says Wemby too skinny for Giannis. Giannis and Embiid both have 50 on Wemby this year. Yeah, you right about that. You right about that. But like I'm gonna say though, a lot of those dudes though can't stay healthy no more. Bron been getting hurt. Giannis been getting hurt. Embiid stay hurt. Paul George stay hurt. Anthony Davis stay hurt. James Harden want to trade every other year. So it's like all the top tier players can't stay. Steph Curry always hurt. Think about that. All the top players is always hurt. Like they always hurt now. So it's like you can't even count on those dudes. You can't count on LeBron to play 82 games. Giannis, Dame Lillard, James Harden, Kawhi. You know you can't count on Kawhi. Paul George. You can't count on that. But you can count on Shea to play 82, Ant-Man to play 82, Pabinero and Orlando. Forgive me if I said his name wrong. You got Josh Hart playing 40 minutes a game. Like, come on, man. These young dudes, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. These old heads better go ahead and get these last big max deals, man. That's why Paul George want his last big money because he know this is it. If there's no more big deals after this, Wemby is like a Yao Ming with the KD with handles. Yeah, you right about that. You right about that. He gonna break the bank when it's time for him to get paid. When beyond it, they gonna have to bring the bank to pay him. He when it's his time to get paid with the TV deals and all of that, when beyond might be a 70 million player a year. Embiid scored 70 on Wemby. Look it up. Oh yeah, you right about that. But at the end of the day, I'll take Wembanyama any day over Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. It's not about Joel Embiid game and his potential. He's a baller. That's why he done led the league in points and he's been an all NBA and all-star and max contracts. It's just he can't play. He just never you can't count on him to play 82 games. You can't even count on him to play 60. He probably ain't gonna never get a max deal again because he can't play 65 games. Appreciate it. My birthday was yesterday. Thank y'all. The best birthday gift y'all can give me is subscribing to the channel. But yeah, man, he can't stay healthy. Starting a team with Ja Morant or Luka. Luka any day. I mess with Ja Morant, but nah, I wouldn't put my chips on Ja Morant. He like to play with firearms. I put my money on Luka Magic. Name a player in the NBA that in his prime. I mean, name a player right. Name a young player right now in the NBA that you would start your team around. Whether it be Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Luka, Ja Morant, Ant Man, Trey Young, LaMelo Ball, all these young dudes right now. Who would you start a team around? Appreciate you, Renee, for subscribing. Thank you. Somebody said Ja Morant, Ant-Man, Jaylen Brown, Ant-Man. A lot of people mess with Ant-Man. I like Jaylen Brown. Me personally, I'm going to go with Jason Tatum. I'll build my team around Jason Tatum. I just like a 6'8", 6'9" wingman, man. I just think that that's what the NBA need. I feel like Ant and all of them at some point, man, that you got to develop more than just being able to be explosive. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I feel like John Moran and Ant, they working on that right now with coming with other than just being like having an explosive game and attacking the basket. But like you look at players like Tatum. Tatum could take it to the hole, got mid range, got 3-pointers, got can get to the free throw line, all of that. Like I'm going with Tatum. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would say Jaylen Brown, but I just don't think. I think that Jason Tatum is a little bit more advanced offensively, but I feel like Jaylen Brown got him on the defensive wise. You get what I'm saying? But me personally, if I had to build a team around somebody young and that's doing their thing right now, it'd be Tatum, man. I like what Tatum bring to the game. Shea is a 6'6" point guard that can do everything. I'm picking him. Yeah, you right. You right. A lot of people sleep on Shea. Every year Shea get better and better. I feel like they played him on MVP this year. Who y'all think should have got MVP this year? Shea or Jokic? I feel like they played Shea on that. This man team was projected to not even make the playoffs, and they was almost the number one seed. Like, he was an all NBA player, average over 2 steals a game. Like, I feel like they robbed Shea of MVP. I feel like, yeah, I'll take Shea over John Morant. Yeah, I'll take Shea over John Morant. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll take Shea over John Morant. I definitely would. I'll definitely take Shea over John Morant. They was the number one seed. Okay, they was the number one seed. Okay. Yeah, man, he should have got MVP, man. They robbed him of that MVP. I feel like Jokic, we already know what Jokic gonna do. He gonna give you a triple-double. We already know that. Like, but I felt like didn't nobody expect Shea to take that leap this year, last year, and for the Thunder to be where they was at. And just that fact that they was the number one seed, I felt like he should have got that. I felt like he should have got that. But I also felt like they gave it to Jokic because they were supposed to give it to him last year over Embiid. My personal opinion. I feel like they was trying to make it right, so maybe Shea might get it this year. But then again, you got Ant coming. You got Ant-Man about to come back. You got Giannis. You still got Jokic. You got Tatum and Brown coming off their championship. You got John Morant coming back hungrier than ever. You know what I'm saying? You got some dogs out there. You got some dogs out there. You got some dogs out there. Yeah, man. Shea got robbed on that, man. They robbed him on that MVP this year. They know dang well, man, he had a way better career this year. I mean, a way better season, and he had a way better team success than Jokic had. Sacramento too. Sacramento got to add a couple more pieces, man. I feel like they got too many. They got Sabonis. I would keep him. I would keep the point guard. What is his name? I forgot. Darren Fox, and I keep that wing Murray. But Herter gotta go and Barnes gotta go. You gotta switch it up. That's too many. That's too many wings. I gotta switch that up. But those three, I'll build around those three. Sabonis, Fox, and Murray. Because Murray stepped up this year and he showed that he could be the third option. But Barnes and Herter, for that type of money, y'all paying them $17, $18 million a piece? No, I could find somebody else. Malik Monk, I'll keep him too, because Malik Monk, he's a B6 man. Somebody, thank you, said Charlotte winning the chip next year. Man, Charlotte about 7 years away. They got to draft about 5 more years, but they got some good pieces to build around. They got Brandon Miller, and they got LaMelo. So those are 2 good pieces to build around, but Melo ain't never healthy. Melo, another young dude that ain't never played over 60 games in the NBA. Definitely got a lot of potential. Is a 6'8" point guard that can do it all. I think he played like Magic Johnson with a better jump shot. You know what I'm saying? But Melo cold. He can give you 10 assists and 20 points, or he can give you 40 points. It's whatever. Like, he could be a pass first, or he could be get you 30 points. And the fact that he's 6'8" running point guard, it's not going to be too many guards that's going to be able to just like push him over because he's 6'8". You get what I'm saying? With probably a wingspan of 6'10", 6'11". Imagine that at the point guard. When an average point guard, you got to think, Melo checking Drew Holiday, Damian Lillard, Darius Garland, Trae Young. He's 6'8". Those dudes is probably 6'2", 6'3". Come on, man. Melo dead, but he got to stay healthy. He got to get on his nutrition. He got to get on his working out. You know, he got to get it together. If he want to be a Hall of Famer and win something, he got to do his thing. Brandon Miller, yeah, I definitely like Brandon Miller. I like the year that he had last year. He got to definitely step it up, though, this year coming up. He got to be able to average 20 a game. I'm going to see what they're going to do with what's old boy named Miles Bridges. See what they're going to do with him. They might can get a good first-round pick back from him. Because I doubt if they're going to re-sign him. So they got some definitely potential, but I think they about 4 years off from making the playoffs and about at least 6 years from contending. But I like the direction they headed. For sure. I like the direction they headed. KD should go back to the Thunder. KD definitely should go back to the Thunder, but at this point, the Suns got so much invested in KD by giving up all them picks and all them players that what they gonna ask for, the Thunder ain't willing to give up all their young players. They ain't willing to give up all their young players to get Kevin Durant back. They ain't willing to give up all their young players, because why would you? And you almost made it to the finals.
Oh, dude, you shouldn't have.
Yeah. Why would you do that, man, and you almost made it to the finals? That'd be going backwards. Plus, KD, another one, can't stay healthy. So why would you start to tear up your young core for him? I wouldn't do it. LeBron should go to Cleveland. Nah. I feel like he should get some more players to just come to join him in LA. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he should get some more players to come join him in LA. That's how I honestly feel. If I was Ron, just sweep it up and then just spread down with the hose. But yeah, man, the Spurs. I feel like the Spurs is about okay. They got Wemby, they got Vessel, and they got Calvin Johnson, and they got like the fourth pick this year. I say the Spurs is about 3 years from making the playoffs. I think they about 3 years from making the playoffs, but they headed to the right direction. But I think they about 3 years from making the playoffs. I think with this fourth pick, Vessel is nice, Johnson is nice, and Wemby. So they do got their nice little three, but depending on what pick they take this year, depending on how he said, how about the Bucks? I feel like if the Bucks they come back with a healthy Dame and a healthy Giannis, and an okay Middleton, I feel like they can be the second or third seed coming out the East, and they can definitely give Boston a run for their money because at the end of the day, somebody got to still be able to stop Giannis. And let's not forget, when Dame time get to cooking, somebody got to be able to stop him. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Bucks definitely got to stay a little bit more healthy. If I was Giannis, I would go ahead and sit out this summer from playing the Olympics. I would go ahead and rest up my body and go ahead and try to get it right. Dame Lillard, if I was him too, I would sit out Team USA this summer. I would go ahead and try to get my body right for the NBA season. But they definitely got a shot. Them two on the court together, you got to think they was what, second or third? I mean, they was like second. I mean, they was like third or fourth. They first year together, so that was good. They first year. The Bucks are going to the finals next year. Nah, Boston going back. Boston going back. You paying $20 million for Klay? I'm put it to you like this. Depending on what team Klay Thompson go to, he can definitely be a contributor. Okay, put it to you like this. If they talk Paul George into taking the pay cut so that they can get Klay Thompson too, and they brought Paul George, Klay Thompson to Philly. Imagine if they talk Paul George into taking a pay cut so that they can try to go get Klay Thompson too. See, it depends on what team Klay Thompson goes to. See, the Warriors don't need Klay Thompson no more because they got a lot of the young dudes now doing a lot what Klay can do. You get what I'm saying? Even though Klay gonna be a future Hall of Famer, I feel like it's not enough shots for him to go around. And I feel like next year Wiggins is gonna step up a little bit more, and they just don't need him. You get what I'm saying? But me personally, I feel like Klay to the Knicks. That would help the Knicks. If you put Klay Thompson in the right situation, not only is he worth that $20+ million, he can actually contribute to the game. It's not over. Once a shooter is over a shooter, his game ain't based off athleticism or none of that. He was a 3-and-D guy. His defense is not the same no more. He can't probably check the best player, the all game no more, but that jump shot ain't going nowhere. If you put him with the right team, it's over with. If you put him in, let's just say if you put him with the Knicks, if you team him up with Paul George and you let them go to the 76ers, okay, or let's just say if he go to the Bucks. Let's just say if they swap Middleton for Klay Thompson, because they make about the same amount. What if they switched him? Imagine Klay Thompson for the Bucks. You get what I'm saying? You put him with the right team, man, he really got a chance to ball out. It's just that honestly with you, they don't want to pay that type of money no more for him because Wiggins is $100 million. Draymond Green, $100 million. Curry getting $200 million. You about to have to re-sign Kuminga. So it's like, is Klay Thompson really worth that money? And then they offer him a deal and he didn't take it. They offered him, it was like 44 over 2. He didn't want to. He still think he 30-40 million a year. And there's some teams that'll give it to him. You know? He might go to Orlando Magic, man, and turn up. Klay for Tobias. Yeah, they make about the same amount of money. Say Wiggins is done. No, Wiggins ain't done. Wiggins just ain't They tried to bring him off the bench. I don't see how they thought that was gonna work. Y'all best wing defender that helped y'all win a ring. Y'all tried to bring him off the bench to try to. I don't know what Steve Kerr was trying to do this year. At some point, he just was trying anybody in and out of the lineup. But me personally, to not start Wiggins and he's y'all best wing defender and helped y'all win a ring, to me that didn't make sense. That didn't make sense at all. Shout out to Macy. Shout out to Macy. Subscribe to the channel. But yeah, man, I think he should go. Paul George should go back to Indiana. That would be a good fit. That would be a good fit. Him going back to Indiana because that's what Indiana struggle with. They struggle with scoring. They struggle with 3-point shooting. So he could definitely help him out. And they got the cap space to do it, to sign him. So yeah, that definitely would be a good pick. But once again, y'all, can y'all bank on Paul George being healthy? That Paul George need to go to the Warriors. If he go to the Warriors, it's gonna have to be a sign and trade. They're gonna have to give up either Clay, Wiggins. They're not gonna give up Kuminga because he their best young prospect right now. So they either gonna have to give up Clay or Wiggins. I give up Clay for Paul George. I wouldn't give up Wiggins for Paul George. Be honest with you. Well, no. I take that back. I'll trade Wiggins. I'll trade them both for Paul George. My bad. I'm tripping, y'all. I just thought about that. Wiggins, I'll trade Paul George for Wiggins, even if Paul George only gave me 50 games. Clay and Indiana don't sound bad. You're right. It don't sound bad. It don't sound bad. But if he go to Indiana, they ain't going to lean on him to be a second option. He needs to go somewhere to where he can be a third option. That's why if he go to Philly, he could be the third option. If he go to the Knicks, he could be the third option. You know, if he go to the Miami Heat, he could be a third option. That's another thing. What about Paul George to Miami? People ain't think about that. You know, what about Paul George to Miami? That look good. Think about that. Jimmy Butler, Bam, and Hero, and Paul George. That's nice. But then again, Jimmy Butler can't stay healthy. Tyler Hero can't stay healthy. So it's like, I don't know. But where y'all think the best place for Paul George to go this summer? Y'all think it's the 76ers, the Heat, the re-sign with the Clippers, or the Pacers? He could go to the Thunder too. We don't want him in Philly. Hey man, right now in Philly, man, y'all need all the help y'all can get, man, because Joel Embiid is gonna get hurt again next year, and Tyrese Maxey gonna have to do it by himself. He gonna have to do it by himself. So Philly right now, they need all the help they can get, because you bet not bank on Embiid, because that ain't gonna work. Paul George ain't it. Paul George ain't it, but he a good second or third option. He ain't no star player no more. He ain't no he can't lead no team to the championship himself, but he's a good second or third option. I promise you, because some games he'll still cut up. Move. So he's still a second or good third option. He just not no first option no more. But Paul George ain't no bum. Bro, you just gassed Wiggins. I know, bro. I made a mistake, bro. I definitely take Paul George over him in the sign and trade. I take him and Clay over him. Move. I'd rather get OG. Man, OG about to make $40 million this year, this off season. Everybody trying to get him. They talk about he may make up to $190 million this summer. Yeah, Paul George to the Thunder. That'll be nice. Or what about Paul George to the Mavs? You got Luka, Kyrie, and Paul George. With those, that'll work. Think about that, y'all. Think about Paul George on the Mavs.
They can have zones. They can have Powell.
Y'all think about that.
And we'll give him Washington.
It says the cheaper than what Paul George is making for 48 per month alone. Yeah, but we all know NBA players talk behind closed doors during free agency. If him and Klay Thompson came together and said, I'll take a pay cut if you push a trade to come to Philly or you come to... Matter of fact, Klay Thompson a free agent. Or he could do a sign and trade. If Paul George and Klay Thompson came together and said, bro, I'll take a pay cut if you come to Philly with me, or you come to Miami with me, or you come to the Knicks with me, man, come on. It's worth taking a pay cut then. Hey, Ron, somebody talk about your boy. They said Luka a baby.
He is. You know, all they do is cry. That's it. Don't get back on defense. Shoot the craziest fucking shots in the world. Coach don't say nothing.
He better not say nothing. He'll lose his job. He say something.
Listen here. I ain't never seen nobody, bro. He don't even let the team get all the way back before.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. They paying Tim Hardaway Jr. $17 million and didn't play him at all.
At all.
And then play Jones, so you paying $2 million.
And what the hell we got Exum for?
Hey, bro, say what you want. Dante Exum helped y'all out a lot during the season.
Helped us with shit. And
didn't feel like
defense, nothing.
Like, comment, subscribe to the channel.
Way Dallas could have went out in the championship.
Man, listen here. Y'all wasn't even projected to make it, so the fact that y'all made it, man, be thankful. And let me see the lighter, bro.
We damn near got swept.
Y'all damn near did get swept. Y'all damn near did get swept.
I mean, somebody else could have did that.
But who y'all think winning it next year? I think Boston gonna get it again, especially if Porzingis healthy. That's why they told Porzingis, you sitting out from the Summer Olympics, you about to get this surgery, you gonna be ready mid-season. If Porzingis is healthy, ain't nobody stopping Boston. Ron, hey, bro, you feel like it? Ain't nobody stopping him. Ain't nobody stopping Boston. Ain't nobody stopping Boston, man, if Porzingis is healthy, man. They just showed it to y'all, man. He's shooting over everybody on the court. I do like the Bucks. I do like the Nuggets. The Nuggets, I lost a lot of money this year. I lost a lot of money this year in the playoffs on the Nuggets. I like the Nuggets. I like Minnesota. I like Thunder coming back, and they got Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey. So you got to think they got another lockdown defender. You know, I think Alex Caruso to the Thunder might be one of the biggest moves this offseason. At least this far, I'll say that, because we still got to see where Paul George going.
Oh, so he getting traded?
He declined his option. He a free agent. But they still got to do like a sign and trade because we still own his rights. So if they can still do a sign and trade and get something for something, so they don't lose him for nothing. But the part that's crazy is they re-signed Kawhi Leonard for a 3-year, $153 million, but he got mad and said, I don't want the same deal as Kawhi. Bro, this is a 2-time Finals MVP. Like, you ain't got the same resume as him. Like, stop thinking you Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. You not. You a good Robin, but you not no Kawhi. Kawhi done won he done won the Finals MVP on the East and in the West. It ain't too many people that never did that. Like, come on, man. You talking to one of the best two-way defenders it was. That's what Paul George's problem is. He in his feelings because he not getting treated how Kawhi getting treated. Like, come on, man. And then look, you put them in a limb where they had to decide who we gonna take, Kawhi or Paul George. Neither one of them gonna be healthy, but at least if this one healthy, I'll take my chance. That's why they chose Kawhi over Paul George. Like, dude, you in your feelings because you're not getting treated like Kawhi Leonard, bro. But you not Kawhi. You haven't even earned as much. Like, other than seasons, awards, and all of that, what have you really done? Nothing. You was calling yourself playoff P for the longest and wasn't doing nothing in the playoffs. Like, ever since you left Indiana, bro, you haven't really did nothing.
No, not
To
really.
be honest with you, you had one good year for the Thunder. That year when you was all NBA, you averaged like almost 30 points a game. Like, yeah, you and Westbrook y'all had a nice squad. But other than that, what have you done since you've been for the Clippers? You haven't played over 60 some games. I do give you credit for helping get them to the Eastern Conference Finals that year when Kawhi was hurt. But then again, we couldn't do nothing with the Nuggets. They couldn't do nothing with the Nuggets. Come on, man. You and your feelings because you ain't getting treated like Kawhi Leonard, but yet you ain't done nothing to get treated like that. That's why I don't see why Philly is willing to pay him $212 million over 4 years. Like, what has he really done? Like,
what they see in them.
I don't see what they see in him, man. I'd rather get Ant-Man that money right now. I'd rather get Jason Tatum that money. I'd rather get Jaylen Brown that money. I'd rather get Jalen Brunson that money right now than Paul George. Come on. He gonna show up some games and then not show up some games. You already got that in Embiid. Hell, y'all best player right now is Tyrese Maxey, and y'all don't even want to re-sign him. I still don't see what Philly keep waiting. Every year you push off not re-signing Maxey, the more the bag is gonna get. He's not gonna get no weaker. He's only getting better and better. And he mess around and make the All NBA team, and you really gonna have to bust that bag open. I don't get what Philly is waiting to re-sign Tyrese Maxey for. Like, I would have signed him 2 years ago. You would have got the deal way cheaper than versus now, because now you ain't got no choice but to pay him 40 plus a year. You could have got him at like 30. Come on. But now you trying to wait. You trying to put his bag on hold to see what you gonna do with Paul George. Come on, man. If anybody deserved to get paid, hell, take Embiid money and give it to Tyrese Maxey because he did more this year than Embiid did. Tyrese Maxey put it all on the line. Come on, man. That man was what, 24, 25 points a game, 7, 8 assists? Come on, man. Look what he did to the Knicks in the playoff. It wasn't enough, but he showed that he can be him. Hell, the way he played last year, James Harden was holding him back. They should have never traded for James Harden and Tyrese Maxey balling like that. That was a waste. You hindered that man's career for 2 years doing that. But I just don't see what Philly is holding up paying Tyrese Maxey. I get you trying to wait till you sign Paul George, but what if that goes through? You pretty much just showed your star player that you would put him on the back burner for somebody else. Like, come on, man. Like, the price is not going to get cheaper, Philly. He's not going to have no bad year to where you're going to be able to save. Every year, Tyrese Maxey price tag is going to go up. When you could have paid him a couple years ago $30 million. Now you about to pay him the same thing. It is the same amount of money, but you tying in with an extra year. You get what I'm saying? He's not guaranteed to play. He's not guaranteed to be playing in 4 years. He's trying to get as much money as he can because he know Paul George know this is his last big contract. Move. Go. Move. Man, they better pay. Man, Skip tried to pay Paul George. Pay Maxey. Maxey had 50 points in the playoffs on the Knicks. Man scored like what, 8 points in like a minute or something? Come on, man. Y'all better pay that, man. Y'all worried about trying to get Paul George. Y'all better pay that, man. That man did got better. Tyrese Maxey then got better every year. I don't see what Philly is waiting on to pay him. I don't get it. He a dog. You don't just slip up and average 25 points being a starting point guard, happen to go up against some of the best point guards right now. Come on, man. That man every night got to go up against the Lucas, the Ants, the Ja Morants. Come on, man. And he be holding his own. Tyrese Maxey is a dog. And he durable and reliable. Y'all better pay that, man. Y'all better pay that, man. Philly better pay Maxey and quit playing. Y'all gave Embiid 200 and something million. He can't even play 50 games. That man played like 30, 40 games last year. James Harden too. That man James Harden talking about he don't want to resign till he want to see what Paul George gonna do. Bro, what more options do you got? You done been on the Thunder. You done been on the Rockets. You done been on Philly. You done been on the Nets. Like, and you done been on the Clippers. How many more teams do you want to go to, bro? Like, oh, I'm gonna wait to see what he gonna do before I resign. Like, come on, man, that's crazy. You should want to resign just because you ain't got that many options. I don't be getting it. These dudes ain't, well, like I say, man. A lot of these dudes is starting to realize, man, that super team junk, that era is over with, man. That super team junk, that era is over with. The Dallas Mavericks just went to the NBA Finals with 2 star players and the rest role players. They didn't have no big three. Some nights it was PJ Washington. The Mavs just made it to the finals with two Hall of Famers and the rest role players. Because they don't have a good third person. But look at the Suns. Look at all these teams that's trying to, well, let me call you in the offseason and see if you want to come and push for a trade and come here. Why do you think the Thunder and all these young teams is winning? Because they got all these draft picks because players like Paul George, James Harden, Kevin Durant want to keep getting traded. And they asking for 3, 4, 5 first-round draft picks. That's why the Thunder is straight for the next 5, 6 years. They got first-round picks and they already got young talent. I would have that trade was so worth it getting rid of Paul George. They made it farther without Paul George, and they got young players, and they got draft picks. Look at Utah. Utah got all those draft picks for Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Man, y'all better watch out for Utah Jazz within the next 5 to 7 years. They ain't got no choice but to get better all them draft picks they got. How y'all think Boston got so good? Boston got so good because they traded Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and they got all those first-round picks, and they turned those first-round picks into Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. Who else? Who else did they draft out of those picks that turned into somebody? I don't know, but just Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum was worth giving up them players. You see? Come on, man. Everybody want to keep getting traded. Every other year, somebody want to get traded. That's the only thing I respect LeBron about, because LeBron play his contract out. He might ask for help and all of that, but LeBron play his contract out. That's the one thing I respect about LeBron. The rest of these dudes, man, they sign for 1 year and want to get traded. Honor what you signed up for. Honor what you signed up for. KD talking about something. He gotta see what this summer gonna look like. You done had the Sun trade away all those draft picks to get you there, and then now you talk about you don't even want to play there no more. Man, you crazy. You ain't. I'm not trading you. You ain't going nowhere on my watch. You'll be stuck like Chuck. I done traded away all my young players, and I'm over the cap, getting hit with luxury tax. Ain't got no first round draft picks for the next 4 years, and you talking about you want to get traded. Yeah, you gonna get traded, all right. You gonna get traded, all right. You gonna get traded to playing more minutes. The hell? About to get my money's worth out of you, Bradley Beal and Booker. Hell, at this point, jersey sales or something, y'all get put out the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves, and y'all got 3 future Hall of Famers. At one point in time in their career was averaging 30 points a game. And y'all couldn't beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. But KD talk about he want to leave. What else more help do you need, dog? What else more help do you need? I don't get what else more help he need. What you want to go back to the Warriors? Like, KD, what more help do you need? They done gave you everything. You got everything. When you went to the when you went to the Nets, okay, you wanted Steve Nash as your coach. They gave you Steve Nash. You and Kyrie didn't like Steve Nash. They fired Steve Nash. They gave y'all Kenny Atkinson. Kyrie Irving didn't want to do that. You wanted James Harden. They traded their young players away and draft picks to get you James Harden. That James Harden wanted to leave. Then you wanted to leave. Then you went to the Suns. Then you was complaining the first year. So they made the trade to get Bradley Beal. Now you saying this year that you want to get traded. Come on, man. You and Paul George is the same thing. Y'all just want to trade yourself to a championship ring. That's why I respect Giannis. Giannis said, yeah, I want to play with great players, but if y'all ain't coming to Milwaukee, I ain't going. Giannis brought a ring to Milwaukee. That means way more than KD joining the Warriors to get back-to-back rings. He brought a ring to Milwaukee. He didn't run from the challenge. He got put out the champion. I mean, he was losing in the playoffs every year out there. But yeah, he manned up and he faced the challenge and he overcame it. Same thing with Curry. Curry, people forget Curry and the Warriors, when he got drafted, they wasn't even making the playoffs. They drafted players to get there. They drafted Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't just start off just winning. But that don't mean just quick to run from the challenge. You see Jordan. Jordan didn't win till his 7th, 8th year in the league? To 6th, 7th, 8th year, something like that? You got to stay down to win, but not these dudes. These dudes jump from team to team. They jump from team to team. Every couple years. That's why I respect Giannis, man. Giannis stayed in his team, man, and he brought one to Milwaukee. With Drew Holiday, Brooke Lopez, Chris Middleton. It wasn't no real stars. Chris Middleton a star. But other than that, come on, man. He brought a ring there. Giannis ain't get traded to 4-5 different teams to win no ring. And he been getting put out the playoffs. He's still getting put out the playoffs. But I respect him. He ain't running. He ain't asking for a trade to a super team. He stayed down. And then look what happened. 3-4 years later, they ended up getting Damian Lillard. Think about that. Giannis got put out the playoffs every year since he won that ring, and he still haven't been complaining. They finally got him some help with Damian Lillard. Because of course, they know you got to get Giannis to re-sign. But come on, man. Giannis put Milwaukee on his back. I respect Giannis. I respect players that stay on their team and grind it out and win a ring. Look at Al Horford. Al Horford finally won a ring like in his 15th year. Shout out to Al Horford, man. He stayed down to get that ring. It's a lot of players I'd be happy when they finally get their ring, man, because they stayed down and worked hard for it.
Like
Dirk Nowitzki stayed down to get his ring. Every year he was getting put out by the Phoenix Suns, the Spurs, the Lakers, all of that. Dirk stayed down and got his ring. I respect Dirk for that. Tim Duncan stayed down and got his ring.
Took one from LeBron, might I add.
He definitely did take one from LeBron, might I add.
He don't even get his accolades.
Think about that. LeBron had to leave Cleveland to get a ring. KD had to leave Cleveland to get a ring. It's like a lot of the good players that we idolized, they got rings. They had to leave the team they got drafted to go somewhere else to get a ring. A lot of players ain't getting no ring from the teams that they've been drafted from. Al Horford didn't get drafted by the Celtics, but I'm just saying he stayed down. Yeah, but shout out to Al Horford, man. Al Horford, man, that man stayed down, man. That man was getting put out the playoffs for Atlanta. He was getting put out for Philly. All the teams he went to ain't had no luck. He finally was able to get it, man.
Yeah, he's gonna get it. Well, I know he's probably about to retire in a minute, though.
Yeah, he can retire now. Come on, man. Back in the day, man, you couldn't do that back in the day, man. Early 2000s and all, that's the only thing about this NBA, the players having the power now. Is it's like when they don't like a situation, they can just force their way out and go to a whole nother team. Back in the day, you couldn't do that. Whatever team you got drafted to, you had to stay with. If they didn't want to trade you, they didn't trade you. You just suck it up. Nowadays, you got James Harden. He won't show up to practice, but be in the strip club. You be like, hold on, dog. How you talking about you want to get traded, but you in the strip club. Like these players nowadays is, man, they crazy. There's no type of professionalism though. There's no loyalty, but there's also no loyalty from the NBA teams. How many times you done heard NBA players say, "Oh well, the team told me they wasn't gonna trade me, then they traded me." So I get it. There's no loyalty from the team, so I get the players want to be all for self. But at some point in your career, you got to realize, bro, you jumping team to team ain't gonna work for you. Like it's only 32 teams in the NBA. You've been on 7 of them. Come on, man. Then y'all dudes sitting out dang near the whole season, sitting out dang near the whole season. As soon as the playoffs come, y'all hurt. Then you got dudes like Luka that play all 82 games and then all 20 playoff games. Played 100 and some games and about to play the the Olympics this summer, and then come back next year and play again. Come on, man. These dudes be resting the whole year, man. Yeah, Toronto did do DeMar DeRozan dirty. That day they did him dirty. Yeah, Chicago did Derrick Rose dirty too. You right about that. Boston Celtics did Isaiah Thomas dirty too. Kobe too. You right. How could I forget about Kobe? Rest in peace to the late great the Mamba. Kobe stayed down. After Shaq left, oh, you only won because of Shaq, this, and this. That man stayed down. That man was dropping 80-some points dang near a night because he ain't had nobody. Then they got Lamar Odom. They got Paul Gasol. They went and re-signed. They got Derek Fisher back from Utah. They got Ron Artest. They started adding pieces, but he stayed down after Shaq left 3-4 years before he didn't win a ring to what 2010, 2011. Shaq left what 2003, so he went 6 years without winning nothing. Then he won what 2010 or 2011, or it was 9 and 10, one of them. Do I think Curry gonna get one more ring? I'm gonna be honest with you. They gotta get a star. If I was them, I'm trying to get Paul George for Wiggins or Clay in a sign and trade. Because the Clippers will take that because you're gonna lose Paul George anyways. You either gonna get Clay or you're gonna get Andrew Wiggins. Either one of them will help y'all. I think if they need the aggressive, go get another star. They need another star bad. That Splash Brother stuff, it ain't splashing. It ain't working. Because you got young dudes that's running the Splash Brothers out of town. Warriors' problem is they think that they can score 140 points and don't play no defense. The only reason they was winning those championships because they was playing D and outscoring people. Nowadays, they just think, oh, Curry and Clay about to go off. So that's all we need. No, you need more than that nowadays. They ain't been playing no defense at all. Curry already didn't play no D. Thompson getting older. Draymond Green gets suspended every other game. So they need a star player bad. Wiggins ain't gonna help them, but you gonna lose Paul George for nothing. So why not do a sign and trade and get something back for him? You gonna lose Paul George, all that investment you just invested him over the last 4 or 5 years and get nothing back. I'd rather try to get Klay Thompson back or get Andrew Wiggins back. You gonna lose Paul George. He's not re-signing if you're not giving him a 4 year, 20 million. He's not re-signing. So why lose him for nothing? So I would try to see if I can go get him. Or matter of fact, try to see if you can go trade him for the Knicks and try to go get OG, or try to see if you can get somebody for him. Like, don't just lose him for nothing. Like, try to see if you can go get Jimmy Butler for him or something. Like, try to see if you can get somebody for him. Like, I wouldn't just let Paul George walk away this summer and not get nothing for him. I'll be trying to push for him to go to. I asked him, like, how you like the Warriors? You like the Warriors? Of course, everybody want to play with Steph. Hey man, give me Wiggins. Give me Wiggins. Give me Wiggins. No, matter of fact, give me Klay, Moody, a second round pick. Or matter of fact, I'll give you Paul George. Give me Klay and Looney. And you could take Paul George. Give me Klay and Looney, and you could take Paul George, because I'm going to lose him anyway. Give me Klay and give me Looney. I'll re-sign Klay for 3 years, and I'll re-sign him for 2 years, and I could plug those pieces right in. I could plug those pieces right in for the Clippers, because the Clippers gonna need a scorer until you find out if what's the name is healthy or not. You could re-sign James Harden. So coming back, you will have James Harden, Klay Thompson, and then you will have Kawhi when he get healthy. Re-sign Westbrook. You can at least make the playoffs. You might not win, but you can at least make the playoffs with that. I'll take that than losing him for nothing. But you're gonna have to re-sign Klay. You're gonna have to re-sign Klay. For sure. But I'll make that trade. I'll be calling the Warriors right now, like, give me Klay and give me Looney. You could take Paul George right now. You can have him. Starting on July 1st, you can have him. Soon as the free agency open, you can have him. We'll send them on a private jet right to you. We'll gas the jet up and give them right to you. I'll be calling Steve Ballmer. Hey, listen here, dog. We about to lose him anyway, dog. So we might as well get something for him. If you ain't gonna pay him, hey, we gotta let him go. Or the owner, Steve Ballmer, can step in and pay Paul George and pay James Harden and try to run it back one more year. Give him a full year to run it back. James Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi, give him a full year to run it back with Westbrook. Give him a full year. You either gonna have to pay him or you're gonna have to trade him. Or let him walk and get nothing. And you just gonna watch the last 4 or 5 years that you just invested 200-something million in for nothing? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm shopping Paul George. I'm trying to get somebody back for him. Something. And I don't just want no anybody. You ain't about to just give me no, oh, well, here, you can just take, nah, nope, I'll re-sign him. Nope, I'll re-sign him. I just had to swallow that last year. I'll make it a team option. I'll make the fourth year a team option. I give him the 4 years, and I'll make the fourth year a team option. So technically, you're still getting the 3 that I wanted to give you. Yeah, the Sixers is gonna match. But think about this. If you was Paul George, would you rather run it with Maxey and a hurt Embiid, or would you rather run it back with a hurt Kawhi and a James Harden? Which one? Bro, who would you rather run it with if you was Paul George? Would you rather run it with Maxey and Embiid or Harden and Kawhi? Harden and Kawhi it is too. You got to think about it now. You're going to make the same amount of money either way it go. Embiid is not going to stay healthy to be he's not going to play. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. The only way I can see Embiid being healthy for the playoffs is they're going to have to start putting him on a minute restriction. They're going to have to send a schedule in to the NFL, to the NBA office before the season start and let them know, hey, he's not playing back-to-back games, out of 82 games, we're projecting that We're going to try to get him to play 60, 65 games, but at the most, he may only go 50, 55 games. Because at this point, once you invest that $200 million into Paul George, you already got 200 and something million dollars into Joel Embiid. Then you got to re-sign Maxey that's about to get $200 million. He about to get a 5 over 270. And if he make the All NBA, it's the whole 270 gonna be guaranteed. If he don't make the All NBA, it's gonna be like 225, 260, 240, something in that range. Because every year the salary goes up. So you about to have 500 and something million, huh? Oh, it's in there. You about to have 500 and something million dollars invested into those. I don't think that's If I'm the owners of the 76ers, I'm not investing that type of money. No. Because the only one that's healthy out of all three of y'all is really Maxey. He the only one that I would really honestly pay. I would pay Maxey before I pay Paul George, to be honest with you. I would. I would. Because I just don't trust Embiid. Well, y'all better go get DeAndre Drummond. Somebody that can step right in and start some games, because he ain't playing no full season. Said old Nuggets team with Melo, JR, and Nene was fired. Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, they definitely had that one good year where they made it to the conference final. They did, but they broke that team up too fast. If they probably would have added a couple more pieces and gave that team another 2 to 3 years, I feel like they had a shot, but they broke that team up fast. They traded Dante Jones first. They got rid of JR. I think Martin, they ended up getting rid of him. Melo ended up leaving years down the line. Nene was like the last one left on that team before they traded him to, I think, Houston. I think they traded him to Houston.
He played overseas for a minute, too.
Yup. Billups, too. Yup. Billups was on that squad, too. I think that was his last stint before he retired. But, yeah. But, bro, where you think Bronny going tomorrow? The draft tomorrow. The Lakers got the 17th pick, and the Suns got the 22nd pick. He only worked out for those two teams. They said them the only two teams Rich Paul said he'll go to other two teams, but them the main teams he wanted to go for. You think the Lakers gonna draft him with the 17th pick?
I think he's gonna get drafted before then. The Lakers gonna have to trade up, or they're gonna have to do something to get there. They're gonna have to swap a team, because somebody's gonna get him just because it's LeBron James' son, just on jersey sales alone.
Jeremy Grimes said he going to Phoenix. My bro said he going before the 17th pick. He said with jerseys, with jersey sales and the possibility that it's a chance you might get LeBron because he a free agent. I think if it's a chance he could go, because
he might go to Cleveland.
Because you got to think. You're right. If he went to Cleveland, that would be a crazy storyline. Just imagine if Bronny went to Cleveland. That would be a crazy. But I don't know if they got a pick before 17. But I know definitely for sure if he's still on board at 17, they gonna take him.
Oh yeah. But I don't give him that long.
I don't think he's gonna be top 10 though.
I do.
No, I don't think he's gonna be top 10.
I think he's gonna go like 7.
I don't think he's gonna be top 10. He said, I'm just gonna say go to the Spurs. They said he might just go to Phoenix. But to be honest with you, I think he'll be a better.
He's gonna go to a team on the West Coast. I do know that.
Oh yeah.
He's going to a team on the West Coast.
I just feel like he'll be a better fit for LA than he would be for the Phoenix, because Phoenix right now is all they got. So many guards. They got Booker, KD, and KD. I mean, they got Booker, Bill, KD, Grayson Allen. They just gave 70-something million to, and you trying to get him? Come on, man. Y'all don't even got no for sure. I feel like Phoenix need to draft a certified point guard. They need a ball distributor. Like, like ever since Chris Paul left, like they need a point guard bad. I feel like that's where the Suns' problem is. They trying to turn Booker to a point guard. He ain't one. They trying to turn Bradley Beal to a point guard. He ain't one. And Kevin Durant, he can get the rebound and push, but he ain't no point guard neither. Phoenix need a real ball distributor. Like they don't need no scoring point guard, none of that. They need an actual person that can slow the tempo down and actually set up some plays and stop all that fast pace just shooting and go. Oh, Booker shoot one time, then KD gonna shoot, then Bill gonna shoot, then Booker gonna shoot, then you gonna shoot. No, they need to slow their pace down and actually run some offense. Say, what about the Clippers? Bronny to the Clippers? Yeah, that kind of would, but I don't think. I think.
What you think they're gonna keep Reggie Jackson?
Who?
The Clippers.
Well, he played for the Nuggets.
Oh yeah, I did see that. He stay on somebody roster, bro.
He got a ring too.
Whoa.
Somebody said OKC. Yeah, Bronny on OKC would be nice.
Oh yeah, that'll set it off.
Bronny on
They
OKC
already
would be
got
nice.
all young.
Now I got to pin that. Hold on. That would be nice. Y'all imagine Bronny going to the Thunder right now. All that young talent that they got. Of course, he gonna be probably bagging up Shea. But they got the 12th pick. You right. But I think they gonna get Jalen. I think they gonna get Jalen Williams' little brother. I think they gonna get Cody Williams. Y'all go check him out. He a 6'8" wingman out of Colorado. I think that's who they gonna draft with the 12th pick. My personal
what
opinion.
about the tall boy from Creighton?
Creighton.
Yeah, the tall dude.
I don't know who you talking about.
You didn't just see Creighton? They center. The dude like 7'2".
You talking about? I know you talk about. That's not Creighton. You talk about UConn.
No, that wasn't UConn. That was Creighton.
Oh, I thought you talking about UConn. But yeah, man, that
I think
would
he
be
gonna
nice
go in the top
if
10.
Bronny went to OKC. But I think the OKC gonna take Cody Williams with the 12th pick. I think they gonna take Jalen Williams' younger brother, 6'8" wingman out of Colorado, shot like 40% from three, like 50% from the field. I think they gonna take him. You know, you could plug him right in. You know, got ball handling skills, can run with the second unit. Purdue, that's where he from. Wait, hold on. Wait, is you talking about Zach Edey? The dude from Purdue? No, Cody Williams went to Colorado, but I know you talking about Zach Edey. Where y'all think Zach Edey going in the draft? I can't believe, man, that man that averaged 20 and 10 over the last 2 years, and they talk about he not even gonna go in the first round. That lets you know how the NBA game didn't change. That a 7'1", 7'2" big man that averaged 20 and 10 and 3 blocks ain't considered a top 5 pick. That lets you know how the NBA is changing. Think about the last 10 years ago. Like, in that era, he would have been probably the number 1 pick coming out. The NBA done changed. They don't want to do that post up, give it to the big man. They don't want to do that no more. Everything is pick and roll, screens, all of that. The game done changed. They say he going to Dallas. Ooh, that would be nice. Miami need him too. He need to go to Miami. If Miami got him, that'll be official. That'll be official. Or, hell, the Lakers, if Bronny wasn't in the draft, the Lakers should take him with the 17th pick. Cause they need a big man too. Cause they wearing Davis out down there. Appreciate that, Adrian. But yeah. That for real, that would definitely be hard though. That would definitely be hard. But y'all let me know where y'all think Zach Edey going to. Where y'all think he going. Appreciate you, Jamie Grimes. Where y'all think he going to? Y'all think he going first round? That's crazy, man. If Zach Edey don't go first round, that's crazy, man. That man been putting in work for Purdue. I'm talking about putting in work. averaging 25 and 10 and 3-4 blocks a game, and he ain't even considered a top 10 pick. The draft is tomorrow, the first round. This is the first annual year of the 2-day draft. They doing Wednesday and Thursday. The first round is Wednesday, and the second round is Thursday. Y'all remember how they used to do it all in one day? They doing pretty much the green room for the first round and the second round. Miami been falling off. Yeah, Miami been falling off because of health reasons. They never get healthy. They guaranteed they're gonna make the playoffs, but Butler never gonna stay healthy, and Tyler Hero never gonna stay healthy, and eventually Bam gonna get tired of doing it by himself.
This dude right here.
What team he play for?
He played for Creighton.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
His name is Ryan. This dude. He gonna go top 10. Go look at his highlights.
I thought you were talking about the dude from UConn.
Bro, hit that. Look, watch that. I'll show you. Oh boy, it's mean, bro. A whole nother Dirk Nowitzki, KD. Yeah, one of those type. Like he can move off the dribble. He run the floor.
He's 7'1". Yeah, Miami been falling off.
Crazy,
that's why I said Miami. I feel like at this point, I would go ahead and do I'll go ahead and trade Butler. You know, if I was Miami, I'll be calling on to the Warriors and see, man, if I can go ahead and get Clay, or I'll be trying to call the Clippers and see if I could do a swap for Paul George. Because at this point, man, Jimmy Butler, all he doing is he just getting big checks to do nothing in Miami. I get it. He did take them to the NBA Finals 2 years in a row, and a lot of people never make it to the finals. And the fact that he took Miami to the finals twice after LeBron left, you got to give him his respect.
This the dude I'm talking about right now, number 11.
You got to give him his respect for that. But at the end of the day, I don't see what Butler ain't doing nothing in Miami but collecting checks. Y'all heard what Pat Riley said. He said he want to get a contract extension this summer. Y'all heard what Pat Riley said. I'll give you a contract extension when you play when you playing on the court. Pat Riley tired of giving him $150 million over 3 years, and after 2 years you want another deal, and you ain't even playing a full season. But I get it. When the playoffs start, you turn it to playoff Butler. But no, I need regular season Butler, and I need playoff Jimmy.
Look at it.
I need both of them.
Look.
I see. Oh yeah. But yeah, I need both of them. I'm not paying you all that money. I'm not. I'm trying to tell you, these owners and general managers is catching on. You want $50 million and you play how many games last year? I don't think so. You're gonna play out your contract, and if you stay healthy or you play this amount of games, I give you a contract this summer, and that be making them star athletes mad. That's what made Paul George mad. Oh well, if you play out this contract, if you play out this year, we'll give you a 4-year deal next summer. No, I want it right now.
Never mind, he came back. He coming back for 1 more year.
Come on, man. That junk is over with. Jimmy Butler thought he was about to get a contract extension this summer. Pat Riley said negative. Y'all go listen to Pat Riley comments about giving Jimmy Butler an extension this summer. That man said, no, when you can play a full season, I'll give you a contract extension.
I'm trying to tell you, your boy is raw. He coming back though. So
Jimmy Butler want a contract. He better play it. He better be playoff Jimmy in a regular season. That man ain't never made the All NBA team since he probably been in Miami because he can't play a full season. It's not because he ain't good enough. But in the playoffs, he turned up. Who y'all think the sleeper this year draft is? Who y'all think the sleeper is? Who y'all think the sleeper is in this year draft? I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all where I hope he go. Who y'all think is this year's sleepers in this year's NBA draft that's going to shock a lot of people? who y'all think is the shocker in this year's NBA draft is? I'm gonna tell y'all mines in a second. Let me see what y'all gonna say. Who y'all think is gonna shock everybody in this draft? Somebody said Caitlin Clarkson. Yeah, she is. But y'all see Angel Reese. Y'all talking about Caitlin Clarkson. Angel Reese balling right now. Bronny is not just a good height. Okay. You say Bronny a sleeper. Who else y'all think a sleeper in this year's NBA draft? I'm gonna tell y'all mine. And I hope he go to the Spurs. I hope he go to the Spurs with the 4th pick. Y'all ready? Rob Dillingham. Dillingham. No, hold on. His Rob Dillingham from Kentucky, that explosive guard. I feel like he gonna be this sleeper in this year's NBA draft. I feel like everybody's sleeping on him. I feel like if the Spurs draft him with that 4th pick, him and Wembyamba with Vessel, I feel like and Calvin Johnson, I feel like that'll be something nice. But Rob from Kentucky, that little quick guard, I feel like he the sleeper in this year's draft. I feel like out of everybody in the NBA draft, I feel like he got potentials to go on the NBA floor today and get some NBA buckets. And a lot of people in this year NBA draft ain't NBA ready to go get you some buckets. I feel like whatever team you put him on and put the ball in his hand, he could go get you a bucket in the NBA. And it's a lot of people in this year draft class that you can't say that about. I feel like Rob, get him the ball, and he gonna go get you a bucket. And he gonna go get you a bucket. I feel like he gonna have the type of like game like a I feel like he gonna be like a Jamal Murray, let me think. I think he gonna be like a Jamal Murray, like a Lou Williams, a scoring guard. Like he's gonna go get you some buckets. Like whether if you bring him off the bench or not, he's gonna go get you some buckets. Like I feel like he gonna have like a Jamal Murray type career. Like he's gonna really go get you some buckets. Like whenever he really get the pace of the NBA and they get him some starting minutes, bet you he gonna average 20 a game. And that dude's a bucket getter. I'm talking about dropping buckets. Think he was projected to go to Memphis. I hope he go to the Spurs, because that give him all the opportunity in the world to play. I feel like if he go to Memphis, he ain't playing, but he gonna play, but he ain't gonna get a lot of clock behind Marcus Smart and Drew Holiday, and they got Desmond Bain. I don't feel like he gonna get a lot of clock, but if he go to the Spurs right now, the Spurs in rebuild mode, so they got all the time to give away, all the minutes to give away. And I feel like Pop, that'll be a good coach for him. Popovich, man, I feel like that'll be a good coach for him. The old Memphis team with Rudy Gay and OJ Mayo, when they had Zebo, Mike Conley, Mark Gasol, Tony Allen.
You know, OJ Mayo got suspended for doing coke.
Yeah.
I wonder where he had went to. He played on Dallas for a minute.
Yeah. Good thing ain't no kids on the line. But yeah, I remember them. I remember they had a nice squad back in the day. They was the grit and grind. They had a nice squad back in the day. They put the Spurs out. I remember that year they was the 8th seed and the Spurs was the 1st seed. I remember they put them out that year. But Kawhi Leonard really killed the Spurs, because they was banking on him to take over the Spurs after Duncan and them left. That's why they went and got LaMarcus Aldridge. They try to team up LaMarcus Aldridge with Kawhi Leonard and run it like that. he ended up retiring. But really, honestly, with you, Kawhi Leonard really killed the Spurs over this 10-year gap that we seen is really Kawhi Leonard fault. Because Kawhi Leonard was supposed to be the franchise player after Duncan and all of them retired. After when they started retiring, it was supposed to be him, and they went and got LaMarcus Aldridge. You remember that when they went and got LaMarcus Aldridge? Their plan was to team up LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard. Because if anybody remember, LaMarcus Aldridge was a 25 and 10-point scorer when he was playing for Portland. You get what I'm saying? So at the time when they got him, he was coming off of all NBA season, all star, all of that. They tried to team up him with him. They paid a bag to get LaMarcus Aldridge that free agent year. But you got to remember, Kawhi sat out because of the injury, and then he forced the trade and all of that. But that's the reason why the Spurs is really in the situation that they is. That's because of Kawhi Leonard when he forced that trade. They was banking on him to take over the organization after Duncan and all of them had retired. But when he forced his trade, it messed them up. And that's why they like in the loop that they is now. But if you give them probably 5 years, they'll be making the playoffs. I give it to them.
Can I see a phone call my sister?
Yeah, all right. But yeah. So Kawhi Leonard really messed them up. And then they had Javante Murray. So they had some nice pieces that they could have plugged in with Kawhi, but he wasn't feeling the Spurs after that injury. Then they tried to run it with DeMar DeRozan and all of that, and it just didn't work. Because he was still messed up from the Toronto situation, so you already know he really didn't want to even be at the Spurs. He really wanted to play he really wanted to be in Toronto. You know, but he was forced to go to the Spurs, and he balled out. I got to give DeMar DeRozan his credit. Because you could see clear as day he didn't want to be there. You could see clear as day he didn't want to be there. Shout out to Sherry Nichols. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Renee Smith. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man. A lot of these teams now going young. You see the Hawks right now. They about to trade one of them. Either Javante Murray or Trae Young about to get traded. Because them two together, that ain't going to work. They tried it. It ain't going to work. One of them about to get traded. And I feel like they could probably get more assets for letting Trae Young go than letting Jamal Murray go. I feel like if they let Trae Young go, they could easily get 3 first-round picks. But Atlanta Hawks, they got to decide, but they got to get rid of one of their guards. Yeah, DeMar DeRozan did a lot for the Raptors. You know, the way that ended for the Raptors, man, his career ended with the Raptors. I know that really hurt him, and then happened to watch them win a ring and all of that same year. I know that was even more hurt pill because he built that franchise like other than Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady and Chris Bosh, like they never had like no real ideal star. Like DeMar DeRozan was their star. Like after Bosh, it was DeRozan. Of course, Kyle Lowry came and all of that, and then Pascal Siakam. But for the longest, it was DeMar DeRozan. Like he was the face of Toronto. So the way that they did him, man, that was kind of bogus. That was kind of bogus because he changed the identity there because Toronto was a laughing stock for a long time. You know, he helped turn Toronto into a playoff contender, man. Y'all remember the longest Toronto was battling Miami and the Pacers and all of them, but for the longest, man, Toronto was a laughing stock team. Like Come on, man. For the longest, people was walking around with Vince Carter jersey. That's the only time you ever seen a Toronto jersey before DeMar DeRozan started putting in that work. Anytime you seen a Toronto jersey, either said T-Mac or Vince Carter on the back. I never seen a Bosch jersey, but I seen plenty of DeMar DeRozan Toronto jerseys. That man put on for that state. For that country. He put on. You think John Morant could do something in the playoffs next year? Yeah, man. And start with John Morant, though. If John Morant ain't on the floor, man, they ain't got no help. They ain't got no chance. If John Morant play a full season, man, they guaranteed the third or fourth spot. Let's not play. You know, he turned them into a playoff contender team, but John Morant got to have his head straight. He got to have his head straight. He ain't got his head straight, it ain't going to work. Yeah, man, I've been watching sports a long time. These young dudes is get that bread, though. I know that. I don't see why they rushing to join the pros. Y'all dudes making $6-7 million in college, and then you about to come to the NBA to make $8 million a year or $10 million your first year, and to lose every game. Because more than likely, if you on the first 6-7 teams, then y'all ain't gonna make the playoffs. So you rather make $6 million in college to make your draft stock better, or go to the NBA and make $8 to $10 million and lose every game. Like, come on, these dudes be rushing to get to the league and then be bums and then get put out the league. Now you can't go back to college and none of that. You're done. You're done. Once you give up that college eligibility, you're done. Like Bronny, if it don't work for him, he don't get drafted or don't make it to the NBA, he can't go back to play college ball. He'll be working for the James Incorporation. But we all know he gonna get drafted. But I'm just saying. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel.
Oh, this motherfucker's getting lit. Where's that?
But yeah, man, I think Bronny going to the Lakers, man, with the 17th pick. I think he going to the Lakers. They about to go to the Lakers and run that. He about to go to the Lakers. He about to get that bag, though. He about to be on every commercial with his dad. And they still ain't gonna win. Still ain't gonna win. But y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm gonna go live a little bit later, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with me.